You are Locked On Tigers Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Detroit on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Make it a series win for our Detroit Tigers, and with a little help from, we'll call them our friends, the Detroit Tigers are firmly in a playoff spot as it happens to be right now on Sunday, September 22nd. The Royals lose. They have lost 7 in a row. The Twins lose the first game of a twin bill against the Boston Red Sox, and the Detroit Tigers win in Baltimore, a game that took years off your life. It was so stressful, but in the end, it's a 4-3 win. Welcome into a live Locked On Tigers postcast. I am your host, Jake Riepma. You can follow me on Twitter, X, at Jake_Riepma, right on the screen for you. I was formerly with 97.1 The Ticket, the flagship for the Tigers, now with Locked On Sports Detroit, and what a journey this has been. It's been so fun as the Tigers have been the best team in baseball since August 11th. Thanks for making us your post-game destination. As always, we're free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and of course on YouTube, Locked On Sports Detroit. That's how it works. Weekends are big for us in September. We've got a Locked On Lions postcast at the conclusion of their game just getting underway right now. But right now it's time for a Locked On Tigers postcast. And just as a reminder, free and available wherever you get your podcast if you want the audio-only version on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and of course, Locked On Sports Detroit. So subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate it. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and we are enjoying this run down the stretch. And hey, how about a huge shout out to today's presenting sponsor? The Locked On Tigers postcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah, the right stay can make you a fan of any city, even your baseball rivals. Book today on Booking.com, the official accommodation partner of Major League Baseball. Get the Booking.com app today. And holy goodness, this was the game that, again, I went jumping out of the off my seat on the couch and screaming at the TV multiple times. It had that type of game. You had Parker Meadows doing what Parker Meadows does. He's not human. Kerry Carpenter with home runs in back-to-back at-bats. And it all began with a Spencer Torkelson home run early in this game. So for as bad as Spencer Torkelson has been and at times looked really the whole season, what a day to come out and get the Tigers started with that solo home run. And the defense and Trey Sweeney got in on it as well. I think Jason Benetti and Dirk Bentley said it best, with just, it's such a fun team. You just can't take your eyes off this Detroit Tigers team. And again, the plays were exceptional. The pitching in clutch spots, in high leverage situations. You had Hanifee going in and getting the job done. And then it was Will Vest getting the job done when he ran out of steam. Will Vest was dotting pitches on the outside part of the plate. And Jason Foley, what a bounce back. A 1-2-3 inning in the 9th after looking like a shell of himself yesterday, to turn the page in less than 24 hours later, come back and look like the stopper that he is. He gets his 26th save. Just a total team effort. And like I said, the 2 home runs for Kerry Carpenter, he's now got 17 on the season. The home run from Torkelson, his 9th of the year, and Trey Sweeney with that RBI that included the 2-run second inning. And that's how the Tigers get it done today. So I want to take everybody's comments, because this is just an incredibly fun run that this Tigers team is on. Another series victory. We're scoreboard watching. And as Benetti put it at the conclusion of the broadcast, we're going to hate watch the Red Sox and Twins tonight, because we've got a team to root for in the Boston Red Sox, and maybe they can help the Detroit Tigers out. But the AL wildcard standings right now, with Kansas City losing, the Tigers have come all the way back to tie Kansas City, an identical record of 82-74. And right now, as it stands, Minnesota is the odd team out with the record of 81-74. But again, they could have the exact same record as the Tigers and the Royals by the end of tonight. One more game left to play there. But how about it? 82-74. Who would have thought? Admittedly, not me. But that's what makes this so fun. And what a ride it's been for the Detroit Tigers. They go with the opener today in Tyler Holton. He goes 2 scoreless, gives way to Ty Madden, who was good until he wasn't. 2 1/3. The 3 earned runs all belonging to him. Walked 2 batters. And if it wasn't, I mean, Parker Meadows, I jokingly put this on the Twitter, if you will, but Parker Meadows is like this team's savior. We pray to Parker Meadows. The Tigers' record with Parker Meadows in the lineup, because he just makes winning plays. He makes game-altering plays. He makes the highlight reel plays. And even later in that game, he ran down that line drive to begin the 9th inning. He was positioned right. He got a great jump on it. But the play of the game, again, robbing a home run, and the Orioles had already struck for 3 in that inning. And it very easily could have been 5, but takes the 2-run home run away. And I've seen a couple of still shots on Twitter of him making the robbing catch, and you saw the Tigers dugout all huddled around that iPad, watching him make that game or home run robbing catch against Cowser, and it feels like Parker Meadows is this team's savior, and he's just been so good and made so many incredible plays that. And it's the way he does it too. He's 6'5". He's a big guy out there. His strides are so long, and then just so smooth and athletic to just gracefully leap up, rob the home run, bring it back. And we saw it in Seattle. We've seen it everywhere. We saw it in San Diego. Parker Meadows is just, I mean, if you want to get somebody into baseball, just show them Parker Meadows highlights, because my goodness, he has been exceptional. The comments are piling up fast. It's a live Locked On Tigers postcast after another series victory, 4-3 win over the Baltimore Orioles. I'm losing track of how many series in a row that is for the Tigers that they have won, but their final 2 series are going to be at home, off day tomorrow. Let's count up the series in a row that they've won. So Baltimore, Kansas City, Baltimore, that's 3. Colorado, that's 4. Oakland, that is 5. So 5 consecutive. Then they lost the series to the Padres. So 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7, 7 out of 8, 8 out of 9, 8 out of their 9 last series, the Tigers have been victorious. And that's how some magical runs happen. And that's why we've got what a fun September we've had, August we've had, and we are 6 games away, man. 6 games away. You can feel it happening. And I said this on Twitter. I love meaningful September baseball. We've got the Lions kicking off right now, September football. What a day we had on Locked On Sports yesterday with Michigan winning at the buzzer, a go-ahead touchdown on 4th and goal. You had the Tigers winning in extra innings. This is what we suffered through for so many years. All those articles that were written, whatever it was, from 2008 to 2018, the worst 10-year stretch for a major market with all 4 teams, no playoff wins, no playoff, this, that, and the other. The Lions got it started with saving us last year, and the Tigers have kept the momentum rolling. And if you want to add the University of Michigan in there as well, obviously the national championship. But my goodness, no matter who you support, if there's even an ounce of you that bleeds Detroit, you are loving this, and you've earned it, because we have suffered through a lot. But my goodness, welcome into a live Locked On Tigers postcast. We've still got more people joining the stream. We appreciate that. And again, this audio version available on the Locked On Tigers page, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, everything's on our YouTube page, Locked On Sports Detroit. Make sure you subscribe. Now, I want to get to some of the comments, because like I said, there are a lot of them. And why wouldn't we get right to him? Mark with the great question: is Meadows already the best center fielder in MLB? I say yes. I might be a little bit biased. Of course, there's guys out there that you could make an argument here or there, but he just plays like, I get Torrey Hunter vibes, where he can just chase anything down. Ken Griffey, the list of center fielders that really made their mark and impact on the game. I think Parker Meadows embodies what those guys have been able to do. And it's very early in his career, so I'm not saying he is one of those guys, but just the highlight reel type plays are what you would see from Torrey Hunter or Ken Griffey Jr. And I'm sure people in the comments could give me some more older names or even more recent names, but those are the two that come to my mind. All right, Jay Sog says he just might be. Demetrius McNeil is up next. Detroit is loving what they saw. Twins get destroyed in game 1 of the doubleheader. The Royals get shut out once again. They are aiming for the top spot in one of the wild card spots. That's right. And I know it's crazy, but they can still catch Baltimore. Who knows? All right. Zing Dad, 5-1 this week. Absolutely incredible. That's what we asked for. Jason Walter, baseball is fun again. Indeed, it is. You got to love it. I'm repping the Tigers hat today and Lions shirt today for everybody watching on YouTube. And if you're listening, well, just picture it in your head. Rufus Elgato Day Baseball. What a game. Parker makes a crazy catch. Kerry Bonds has a day. Torque bomb. And Foley makes up for last night. That's right. That's my recap as well. And I think that perfectly explains what we witnessed today. And man, what a fun day. All right, we're going to take one quick break and then come back to continue to break this one down. It's a series win for the Tigers. We're having a blast here on Locked On Sports Detroit. This episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is brought to you by Booking. Booking.com, Booking. That's right. As you know, as I know, as we all know, the right price is what it's all about. And the good thing with Booking.com, you can explore those U.S. cities you always secretly wanted to learn more about with hotels, bed and breakfasts, vacation rentals, resorts, and so much more on Booking.com. You might just find your perfect stay, even in your baseball rival's city during the postseason that the Tigers might be a part of. How about that? Listen, I think Tigers fans certainly made Baltimore their destination this weekend. A lot of Tigers fans out watching the Tigers get the series win. And maybe it's time to taste test your baseball competition's stadium cuisine. Luckily on Booking.com, you can find the stadium stay that's right for you. With Booking.com's wide variety of choices across the U.S., you can go incognito to all your baseball rivals' city. Booking.com delivers exactly the right U.S. stay for you. Booking.com can help you book a stay that's close to your home teams or your rival's stadium. No matter what team you are rooting for this postseason, Booking.com can make you a fan of any U.S. city, from hotels that overlook stadiums to family-friendly resorts to cute bed and breakfast stays. Booking.com has so many choices across the U.S. The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city, even your baseball rivals. Booking.com, Booking.com. This episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is also brought to you by FanDuel. Hey, NFL fans, you can start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. So when you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. I don't know if that registered because this is brand new, so I'm going to say it one more time. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Visit FanDuel.com for live odds. FanDuel.com, America's #1 sportsbook. Cruising right along on a live Locked On Tigers postcast. As always, Jake Rima, happy to have you along here. And it's another double header. Locked On Lions postcast coming right up at the conclusion of their game. They're up 7-0 on the Cardinals. You love to see that. But more importantly, as we go down the stretch, the Tigers get the 4-3 win over the Baltimore Orioles, and they are now 82-74. Incredible stuff today. Kerry Carpenter with 2 home runs. You gotta love it. Spencer Torkelson with a home run. And that's right, the win goes to Sean Guenther, who came in a big spot, evaded some of the damage, and Jason Foley gets his 26th save with a perfect 1-2-3 ninth inning. Let's get back to the comments because everybody wants to weigh in, and why wouldn't we? Because, man, this team is hot and this team is fun. Jay Sogg says 7-2 in a 9-game against 2 playoff potential teams. You love that. The Tigers have shown how determined they are to make the playoffs. That's from Gareth Ridings. Absolutely. They've gotten some help. AJ Hinch, manager of the year. That's from Ansa Urenki. I hope I pronounced that right. And I think I would agree with that. And AJ Hinch has earned the right to be considered as one of the best managers in all of baseball. The way he maneuvered and managed, and I think Chris Federer helps a lot, and the way that they've managed this pitching staff, that goes a really long way in managing the wins for this Tigers team, and navigating through the injuries, having 2 starting pitchers through all of this. I mean, AJ Hinch and Chris Federer basically invented a new strategy in Major League Baseball with 2 healthy starting pitchers and just having nonstop bullpen days. I mean, it's incredible stuff. I've been joking with a lot of my friends that are part of the Texas Rangers radio network that there needs to be a 30 for 30 on the Detroit Tigers this year, or at least the turnaround. And I know we joke and we kid around here, but you can't deny, and you can't tell me there's not a correlation that when Javi Baez goes out of the lineup, this Tigers team reached its full potential. I'm just saying. All right, other comments to get in there. Oh, Dan's back. That's right. Dan took a couple of shows off, I'm sure, after my Northwood Timberwolves beat his Saginaw Valley State Cardinals to win the Axe. But that's typical Cardinals. What an unreal run. Can they finish? Will they get in? I think they can. I absolutely think this Detroit Tigers team, the way they can, but there's potential that they could control their own destiny going into the final 6 games of the season. They're at home against, and you count on 3 wins against the Chicago White Sox. I don't think that's a leap. Go get 2 or 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays and let the chips fall as they may. And this team, again, what do we say? 9 out of the last 10 series they've won. They've won 7 series in a row. Just incredible stuff. There is no doubt about it. Marty Hodges, bless you boys. Absolutely. Ooh, we got some people chiming in with the Lions score update. I appreciate that. I got to that as well. Giants fan here. Oh, we had Bob Best. That's right. He was getting in on the comments. Go Giants. We are all Giants fans today. Way to go, Giants, shutting out the Royals. Loving watching the Tigers coming out of nowhere. We took care of Kansas City for you guys. Keep going. Yes, thank you to the Giants out there, and hopefully we can say thank you to the Red Sox, even though they gagged that Friday night game away against the Twins. But here we are. Let's get back to the comments. AB, offseason top priority. Finally signed trade catcher that can hit, and we're pretty much set. I don't know. I think there's some discussion about maybe a Christian Walker signing, which would be awesome to play first base, and I think maybe that would signify the end of the road for Spencer Torkelson. But you look at what Christian Walker's done for the better part. Somebody said he's just a better Pete Alonso with a worse publicity. So what he's done for the Diamondbacks has been really, really impressive. And when Buster Olney was talking about him in a Tigers uniform, I was like, hey, I am on board. There we go. All right. Soul Blaster 59 always had faith in the series win. That home run Starlight was absolutely dirty. Absolutely. That was you have to clarify for me. The home run from Kerry Carpenter, both of them were amazing. All right, Jay Soggs, Red Wings made a heck of a run also, and the future is bright there. Yeah, how about that? I should mention more on the Red Wings. I know this is Locked On Tigers postcast, but 2 big signings. They're in training camp right now. Actually, I think they're playing their last game in Traverse City, inter-squad game before starting the preseason. So yeah, we got so much to be excited about, and this is great because we deserve it. Jordan Ramirez, we just clinched a plus 500 record and have the playoff spot. Yeah, the plus being over 500 thing is cool, sure, absolutely, but I want this team in the playoffs. We're so close, we can taste it, and I think the brand of baseball that this team has played certainly presents that it's right there for the taking. Now just go get in. Let's hope that this Tigers team can do that. All right, we're going to continue taking a few more comments, keep you updated on everything that we've got going on, and close it out before we turn our attention to the Detroit Lions for our Locked On Lions postcast. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's Locked On Tigers postcast. All right, this episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is brought to you by Prize Picks, America's most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports is on Prize Picks. Over 5 million members, so you know it's good. But here's how to play. You simply pick more or less on a player's projected stat line. Do that with 2 to 6 players, and voila, you watch the winnings roll on in. Listen, this is the last Sunday, and you know what? The Bears have already played. So scratch that. Prize Picks. You love the promotions. They've got awesome ones. Just keep refreshing your app so you can find it. You can now win 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And don't worry, the Prize Picks community is stronger than ever with over 5 million active members. Get in on the action. It's the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. And oh yeah, don't forget Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code LOCKEDONMLB and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus because it's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. All right, wrapping it up with a little recap to the Detroit Tigers beating the Baltimore Orioles. They take the final 2 games of the series, 4-3. The final today, home runs from Spencer Torkelson and 2 from Kerry Carpenter and an RBI double from Trey Sweeney. And then pitching-wise, there was a couple of instances that I think Jace Young deserves a lot of credit where he made some plays over there at third base. The one that banged off, I believe it was Hanifee was pitching off his leg, bounced to Jace Young and had the presence of mind to get the out at first. And then the one that Jace Young was able to get the out at third where it was a heads-up play, and the Orioles probably trying to be a little bit too aggressive, stretching that to third, and Jace Young just had the presence of mind to grab the ball and because he tried to make a diving catch on the hit, it trickled into the outfield for him to grab it, throw out the runner in time. That was a huge play for this Tigers team. So they're playing winning baseball, doing just enough offensively, and the pitching we know is getting the job done as well. More comments to get into, and man, I am looking forward to that. Crayosis 93 says, way too excited right now. Gritty Tigers win, and the Lions are looking strong. LFG. Absolutely. Thank God for Al Avila. Avila drafted Kerry Carpenter in the 19th round in 2019. Yeah, I have seen all the comments online of, oh, Al put this team together, this, that, and the other. I think Al and his regime as an organization will just be remembered as the inept or inability rather to develop players. You know, there are some draft picks there that you're going to hit on. You're playing the odds here. The baseball, you have to hit on some draft picks, but this Tigers organization, just for the better part of his tenure, Al Avila just didn't develop anybody. And I think that's probably going to be the knock on him. Dutch says, this bullpen has made me feel good. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been able to say that. And they had their struggles early in the season, so we'll certainly take it. Terry Beauchamp says, Hinch for manager of the year. Hands down, it's not even close. What he's done since late August is insane. It sure is. You got to give him a lot of credit, that's for sure. Final comment here. With the way the bullpen is pitching, we are made for a deep postseason run. I love this comment from my brother Josh and I were talking exactly about this yesterday, late last night, just going out over everything that the Tigers have done. I mean, he bought cable so he could watch this Tigers team. And we just said this roster has the makings of a playoff team where just the good pitching, great bullpen, and doing enough offensively to just win. And they win close games, and that they've done that all year. And this team is never out of it. And when you're winning as much as the Tigers are, it feels like nothing can go wrong. But the confidence is certainly there for the Detroit Tigers. And I think the confidence and playing their best baseball at the right time, the Dan Campbell gif of ascending into the MLB postseason while playing your best baseball. There's a lot to be excited about. And we know that this Tigers team, the Motor City gritty cats, gritty Tigers, cardiac cats, whatever you want to call them, we know this run has just been miraculous, and it's been so fun being a part of it. And I don't take it for granted the opportunity to be on the air immediately following. And I know my colleague who does such a tremendous job, Scott Bentley with Locked On Tigers, feels the same way. So make sure you're checking out Locked On Tigers as always. And for your second listen, go ahead and check out Locked On MLB to prepare for the MLB postseason. You know, Sully's got you covered with everything there. You can find it on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast. So many ways to stay plugged in, and what a time to be plugged in. The Tigers win the series. 4-3 winners today over the Baltimore Orioles, 82-74 overall for the season. And with just 6 games left, this Tigers team is in the postseason right now. If the season were to end today, it doesn't. So there's 6 more games, but let's see how it all plays out. 3 against the Rays, and then 3 more to close the season out against the White Sox. Off day tomorrow, so we will not be on the air tomorrow. But hey, we've got a Locked On Lions postcast immediately following the conclusion of their game, so make sure you join us for that. Until then, how about go watch the Lions like I'm going to do, and we will talk to you next time on Locked On Sports Detroit. Make sure you subscribe and check out Locked On Tigers with Scott Bentley. Thanks so much for watching the Locked On Tigers postcast. This is your post-game destination for all things Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, Michigan Wolverines football, Detroit Pistons. That's right. We've got a ton going on Locked On Sports Detroit. Don't miss it. Subscribe. All free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and of course on YouTube with Locked On Sports Detroit. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. We'll talk to you this evening at the conclusion of Lions Cardinals for a Locked On Lions postcast. But Tigers get the win. That's what it's all about. See you next time on Locked On Sports Detroit.